Hi, great day, students. So, I am Roslyn Fernando. I'm so sorry kung mali nga sa pangalan ko, no? I am your teacher in math, of course. And for today, I'm going to discuss about the geometric series. Since pawala-wala po yung connection natin. So, I tried to record our lesson para hindi naman po sayang yung araw natin. Kung kayo ayaw nyo na magkaroon tayo ng lesson for today, pero sayang kasi yung isang araw po na sana may natututunan kayo instead of while lying down po sa inyong mga bed. Okay, so habang nakahiga, sige, watch this video and try to analyze the lesson. Okay, so again, our topic is all about geometric series. And then later, after this lesson, syempre kailangan gumana talaga yung utak natin, magsugat tayo, wag niyong isipin na, pabigat ako ngayon sa buhay ninyo. Tsaka niyo na isipin yun, charot. Ayan. So, our topic is all about geometric series. Ayan. So, last time, ang topic natin ay geometric sequence wherein we find the values and the terms of the sequences. Okay, so now geometric series. So from the word series, 'di ba? Nung arithmetic natin, 'di ba, meron din tayong arithmetic series. So in arithmetic series, we do find the sum, okay, of the sequences of the values of the terms. Okay? So hinahanap natin yung sum. So now in geometric series naman, ganun din po yung gagawin natin. So we're going to add all the sequence, okay, all the values of the terms of our sequence po. Okay, so again, geometric series is the sum of the terms of a geometric sequence. Geometric sequence, kapag naman arithmetic series, it means arithmetic sequence. So the partial sum of the first n terms of a geometric sequence obtained by the formula, okay, S sub n, kasi S means series. So same with arithmetic series, right? So S sub n, magkaiba po ang formula ng magkaiba po ang formula ng arithmetic series and geometric series. So in arithmetic series, we have two formulas. If given si A sub n and A sub n, okay, that is the first formula. And then if the A sub n is not given, may another formula to use. So while in geometric series, we only have one formula in finding the arithmetic series of the sequence, the geometric sequence. So the formula is like this: S sub n. Okay, so if you want to write, ayan, ito na yung request po ninyo to record the lesson. A sub 1 times the quantity of R. R means the ratio, raised to the power of n minus 1 over R, which means the ratio, minus 1. So, nakalagay doon, for any real number, for any R is not equal to 1. Okay, so let's have an example. Okay, so this is our example. So I prepared two examples. So balikan na lang natin. Balikan nyo na lang yung video if you're confused. No, ulit-ulitin nyo na lang yung video. So first is you're going to find the sum of the first 8 terms of the geometric series. So as you can see here, we only have 4 terms. So what if ang ginawa is ang pinahanap sa inyo is 100 terms? So we need to follow the formula that is given po in finding the geometric series. Okay, so since we have a formula, even though we can identify naman, no, kasi madali lang naman mahanap yung mga terms kasi 8 terms lang naman siya, no. Pero we need to use the formula para mas illustrate natin ng maayos. Okay, the formula is S sub n. So, but before that, I want you to write first the value of every given. So, as you can see here, what is n? So, our n, always remember that n is always the number of terms that we are looking for. So the number of terms that we are looking for is 8 terms. So our n is 8. So what else? A sub 1. Is A sub 1 given to the given sequence? Yes, our A sub 1 is 1. And then our R, how do we find R? What is R? Okay, if your answer is common ratio, that is correct. R is a common ratio. It's the common ratio of the geometric sequence. So how do we find R? So the formula is A sub 2 divided by A sub 1. So since A sub 2 is given, that is 3, our A sub 1 is 1. So if we divide 3 divided by 1, the answer is 1. So the ratio or the R is 1, common ratio. Okay, and then what else? So, okay. So is there any given pa po available? Wala na. So now, we're going to apply or substitute all these given numbers in our formula S sub n. Okay, so katulad ng sinasabi ko, I want you always to write the formula para kapag halimbawang gumagawa na kayo ng mga exam, ng mga activities ninyo, hindi nyo na nakakalimutan. Lagi nyo nang isinusulat yung formula. Kasi writing the formula helps you to memorize it. Okay, always writing the formula helps you to memorize it. Okay, so what is A sub 1? Our A sub 1 is, what is our A sub 1? 1. Okay, times the quantity of R. What is our R? Sorry, this is 3. Okay, kanina sa grade 8, 3 divided by 1, ang sagot ko ay, 3 divided by 1 is 3. I'm so sorry about that. So 3 raised to 8. Okay, ayan, minus 1. Over, what is our R? 3 minus 1. So we substitute, right? So let's proceed here. So let us simplify. So we need to simplify first the number inside the parentheses. 3 raised to 8. What is 3 raised to 8? 8 3. 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So huwag kayong mag-alala kasi I will allow you to use calculator na po. Yay! Calculator na. Okay. So 3 times 8, 3 raised to 8 is what? 6,561. Okay. So that is 6,561 minus 1 over 3 minus 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay? Ayan. So ano na tayo? Parang shortcut na. So 1 kasi, 1, sige, multiply lang natin. 1 times 6,561 minus 1 is 6,560 over 2. So 6,560, 6,560 times 1 is still 6,560 over 2. So what is the answer? So i-divide natin siya. 6,560 divided by 2. The answer is 3,280. So therefore, if we're going to find the sum of the first 8 terms, the answer is 3,280. So, ma'am, pwede po ba namin imano-mano? Sige, paano? Sige, try natin. Matagal eh. Di ba since our ratio is 3, so we have 4, di ba? 1, 3, 9, 27. Ganun din. Kapag hindi ko kayo pinagamit ng calculator, mas mahihirapan kayo. Ma'am, bakit? Kasi 27 times 3. 27 times 3. The answer is 81. 81 times 3. The answer is 243. Tapos, i-multiply mo ulit siya sa times 3. The answer is 729. O, ilan na yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. O, one more. 729 times 3. 2,000. 187. Okay, after that, pwede nyo naman itong gawin if nakalimutan nyo yung formula. Okay, pero syempre, Ma'am Roslyn to, hindi lang 8 terms yan guys. Baka paabutin natin yan ng 27 terms. Sige, hindi nyo kabisaduhin yung formula, ewan ko na lang. So, we're going to add everything. Anong 2 equals 287? No, it's not 200, it's not equal ha. Ano sagot natin? 2,187. Okay, so if we're going to add all of this, 1 plus 3 plus 9 plus 27, tapos hindi ko pa kayo pinagamit ng ano no, ng calculator. Iyak talaga. Plus 81 plus 243. Ayan. Lagi nating ina-apply yung kung saan tayo mas mapapadali. Kaya nga tayo binibigyan ng formula. Kasi in real life, we do have formula in finding our problems. Diba? Meron tayong formula sa buhay. Hindi lang basta nagka-problema ka, kung ano na lang yung bahala na yung kaibigan ko, bahala na lang sila. No, kailangan may formula tayo sa buhay. And we need to follow that formula para ma-direct tayo sa tamang palalagyan natin. Okay, so ganun din sa mathematics, no? Okay, so napunta na naman tayo sa ibang bagay. So the answer is 3,280. Okay, so if you don't understand it, balikan niyo ulit yung video, i-pause, balikan niyo simula sa umpisa. Ano? So now we're going to have the second example. Ito naman, may negative na siya. Paano po ito, Ma'am Roslyn? So find the sum of the first term. 10 terms of geometric sequence. Ma'am, paano to? Okay, since gagamit naman kayo ng calculator, no, I will allow you to use scientific calculator para hindi kayo mahirapan. Kasi may fraction form po sa scientific calculator. Okay, so first, ano yung first step natin? Sige, write the formula. S sub n, what is the formula that we are using? Let me use red color, green color, arte ni ma'am. S sub n equals 1 times, ano po yung formula? R raised to n minus 1 over R minus 1. So let us identify all the given terms. N is how many terms? 10 terms. A sub 1, 128. Our R, A sub 2 divided by A sub 1 is equal to negative 64 divided by 128. Always remember class, if ang ano natin dito is negative 6, mas greater ang denominator compared to the numerator, then we can use decimal point kung nahihirapan kayo sa fraction, but we can also use fraction. Okay, kung nahihirapan kayo, sige, pwede na yung fraction muna and then mamaya ituturo ko sa inyo yung decimal. So 64 negative divided by positive is negative. So if we divide the two numbers, negative 64 divided by 128, kapag gumamit kayo ng calculator, it will reduce for you. Okay? Hindi nyo na siya iisipan ng number. Negative 64 divided by 128, the answer is negative 1/2. Okay? Or negative 0.5. Okay, so si 1/2 muna tayo, sa fraction muna tayo na. Okay, so let us write the given. S, ilan yung terms natin? 10 terms, 1 times our R is negative 1/2 raised to, lagyan natin ng ano, ulitin ko, sulat ko po ulit. Kapag marami kapag masyado na pong maraming parenthesis, no, gamitan natin ng ganito. Ganyan. Bracket and then the parenthesis. So our R is negative 1/2 kasi may power po yan. Ang power niyan is 10 minus 1 over Our R is negative 1/2 minus 1. Okay. So, paano to? So, let us simplify the numbers inside the parentheses and the bracket. So, we have 1. Bracket muna tayo. Ay, sige, parentheses na tayo. Mawawala na yung bracket. Okay. So, negative 1/2 raised to 10. Ang magiging sagot niyan is, di ba, tawag dito, if the exponent is even, the negative will become positive. If the exponent is odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, ganyan, the base is negative. Ulitin ko. If the exponent is even numbers, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, then the base will become positive. The answer for the base will become positive. If the exponent is odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 13, 11, 13, 15, then the base will become negative. Okay, so since our exponent is even, so the base will become positive for the answer. So negative 1 raised to 10 is 1. Okay, so napag-aralan niyo yan nung grade 8 tsaka grade 9 kayo, the power of exponent, the rules of exponent. Okay, 2 raised to 10. What is 2 raised to 10? 2 raised to 10 is equal to 1,024. Okay, kung imamanual nyo yan without using calculator or without using scientific calculator, then mahihirapan po kayo. Okay, so if you want to use your calculator, then make sure na ang gagamitin nyo ay scientific calculator. But I will also allow those who don't have a scientific calculator. Kasi kung walang pambili, okay lang. Pero kung ang idadahilan nyo, wala kayong pambili ng calculator, scientific calculator, pero may pang-date kayo, yun lang. Hindi ko na alam yung gagawin. Ito naman, negative 1 over 2 minus 1. Ma'am, pwede bang paano ba yun, ma'am? Hindi namin alam mag-minus ng fraction. Nakakalimutan namin lagi. Kaya nga gumamit ng calculator. Ano? Negative 1/2. Ay. Ayan. Tapos, minus 1. The answer is negative 3 over 2. Ma'am, paano nangyari yung negative 3 over 2? Ayan na. Kapag, katulad nga ng sinabi ko, ayan, i-input lang natin. Negative 1/2 minus 3 ay minus 1. The answer is negative 3 over 2. I-input lang natin. Diba? It will give us the final answer. Okay, so next, 1. O sa nasa loob. So 1, wait lang class. Parang hindi niya nakalimutan ko isulat. Ayan na naman, may pagkakamali na naman si Ma'am Rosie. This is a sa buwan kasi. Sinundan ko na naman. Tapos ito ay 128. 128, 128. I'm so sorry. So 1, yan, sulat natin ulit. So we have 128 times 1 over 1,024 minus 1 is, sagot dyan, negative 1,023 over 1,024 over negative 3 over 2. So calculator lang, 1 over 1,024 minus 1. Okay, and then let us multiply 128 times negative 1,023 over 1,024. So, anong magiging sagot natin dyan? So, meron tayong negative 1,023 over 8 over negative 3 over 2. Wala, ma'am, bakit ganyan? Okay, kung napapansin nyo, ma'am, bakit ganun? Paano nangyari? Nireduce muna, 128 divided by 1,024. The answer is 8. Okay, pwede rin namang i-multiply natin or pwede rin namang ganito, 128 times 1,023. The answer is 130,944 over 1,024. Pareho lang yung magiging sagot niya. Ayan. Pareho lang po ang magiging sagot niya. Or yan na, or. Dito na tayo. Pagkatapos niyan, so anong gagamitin natin? Ito or ito? So ito lang pinakamaliit. Okay. So paano natin ito gagawin? Di-divide lang natin. 1,023 divided by 8 all over negative 3 over 2. Ganito yan. Negative 1,023 negative 1,023 over 8. Sa mga i-engineering, ganito ang maganda sa inyo. Dapat matutunan din. Negative 3 over 2. It will give us the answer as 341 over 4 or 85.25. So, ito na yung sagot. Paano po nangyari? Tignan nyo mabuti. Pinype ko lang lahat dyan. Yung given. Tapos, ang lumabas ay 341 over 4. Then, I used SD change. Ang sagot ay 85.20. So, tuturuan ko kayong gumamit ng calculator kapag nagkita tayo. Kung may pasok bukas, mag-e-exam pa kayo. But on Thursday and Friday, I'm not available. I have a meeting to do. So, mag-iiwan ako ng activities na lang. Okay, so that will be all. Ma'am, paano naman yung sa decimal? Okay, yung sa decimal, madali lang po yun. So, 0.5. Parang mas madali po yun na. So, isulat natin 0.5. So, S sub 10 is equal to 128 times negative 0.5 minus 1 over negative 0.5 minus 1. Minus yan, ha? Okay, so 128, kapag ma-minus tayo, negative 0.5 minus 1, the answer is negative 1.5 over, ganun din dito, the answer is negative 1.5. Wait lang. So, kasi naka-raise pala to, no? Naka-raise into 10. Okay, so, negative, kalimutan ko yung exponent. I'm so sorry. So, negative 0.5. Sorry po. Negative 0.5 raised to 10. So, that is masyadong mahaba. That is, minus 1 ko na siya agad, ha? Ima-minus 1 ko na po agad. Minus 1. The answer is negative 1.0009765625. Kaya siguro naka-fraction form siya sa sagot natin kasi masyado palang mahaba. Over negative 0.5 minus 1 is negative 1.5 is equal to, yung answer equals na lang natin siya, times natin siya sa 128, ang magiging sagot ay negative 256.125 over negative 1.5. So let us divide. Divide natin yung answer na negative 256.125 sa negative 1.5. The answer is, oh no, magkaiba sila ng sagot. So we have here negative 0.5 minus 1. Ayan. So magiging magkaiba yung sagot niya. Wait lang, ulitin natin. 128 times negative 1.000 9, 7, 6, 5, 6, 2, 5. The answer is, ano po? The answer here is negative 128.125, and then let us divide it by 1.5, negative 1.5. The answer is 85.42. Ayan, malapit lang sa isa't. Ayan. So, ganun po kapag fraction ay kapag naka-decimal point. So, mas maganda para mas legit yung answer natin, dapat naka-fraction point siya. Ayan. So, I hope balikan nyo na lang kung saan ba kayo makakadali. Okay, I guess, pwede natin gamitin yung ano natin yung cellphone muna natin habang wala pa tayong pambili ng calculator. You can download scientific calculator po. May mga scientific application po. May application po sa Play Store, sa Google Play Store na scientific calculator. You can download it. You can practice using it para po meron kayong gagamitin pagdating po ng mga activities natin. Pero pagdating sa exam, you need to buy or you need to borrow a scientific calculator para mas mapadali yung buhay natin. Is that clear? So, I hope meron kayong natutunan ngayong araw. Thank you so much and God